What we're showing you here is reporting services and a fictitious company that wants to analyze 150 terabytes of data, of raw data, and turn it into raw information. On the inside screen, you're actually seeing a client, and then on your outside screen, you're actually seeing what we're calling the performance monitor. This is a graphic representation of the entire system. As I said, we had 24 individual instances of SQL Server, so you'll see 24 little boxes down below on that screen. On the very top, we have what's called the control node. And the little green lines that you see running vertically are actually the CPU cores. And then the horizontal line that you see under each of them is the actual disk or I/O that's running on that particular server. This is truly a shared nothing kind of architecture, where things like CPU, memory, and storage are not shared across the entire system. Instead, they're used individually and tuned individually for the individual SQL servers. So let's begin the actual demonstration by showing you the query that we're running on the first report. It's not a whole lot of fun showing a query, but here we go.
It's fun for me.
So the very first thing we want to show you is that this is real. We're actually going ahead and flushing all the buffers. We're not doing anything from cache in this particular query. And then what we do is we select the columns that we want and the aggregations that we want from the four tables, joining them together. And then, of course, we are restricting some of the rows to come back so that we're only getting those people that are profitable, over $8,000 worth of profitability. Otherwise, we'd be turning a whole lot of rows back to reporting services for this demonstration. So as I start to execute this, you should see on the outer perimeters, once this query actually gets submitted and it starts running on the system, everything goes into work here. We really like this diagram a lot. This is really a lot of fun to show. So what you're seeing is all the cores going in action, all the I/O happening, and notice that you're seeing very little happening on the control node. He's really just kind of making sure that everything's running nice and smoothly. And then, because this is a relatively evenly balanced system, as each of those queries finish, we return 250,000 rows back to reporting services, and the report actually renders itself here. The next report we're looking at is a little more interesting. We're actually looking at profitability attainment, and we're trying to look at how much we're selling by hour of day for children's clothing. You'll see that this particular report doesn't go through as much operation as the last one did. So he goes out and quickly fetches the data that he needs, does a little bit of processing in between, and then renders a fewer set of rows coming back to the report this time. And then our last report, which is a little bit more involved, this is looking at a whole lot of categories by size and by gender and by children and so on. And you'll see that there's some different characteristics on this particular report. What will happen is he'll fetch a very large amount of data. We're actually analyzing a whole year's worth of data, which each year represented approximately 3 billion rows. So there was a lot of rows in each of those years. And it comes back very, very quickly and then renders the report directly. So that concludes our demonstration. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any other, thank you. Thank you. Very exciting stuff. If you would like to learn a little bit more about how Madison is put together and some of the technical things that we've done, we actually have a room set up down on the second floor. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Ted. Thanks.